The desert doesn't scream, it whispers. And that's exactly what it did on the evening of Wednesday, April 24th, 2024, when the sun dipped below the jagged horizon of the McDowell-Sonoran Preserve, and Hannah Moody's voice fell silent. She was last seen lacing up her trail shoes at the Gateway Trailhead, a favorite spot of hers. The kind of trail that both comforts and challenges, twisting through cactus-strewn ridges and dust-kissed stone. Hannah loved this place. Her Instagram was full of golden hour selfies, smiling beside the saguaros. But that day, there would be no sunset selfie and no goodnight text. By 7:50 p.m., her friends knew something was wrong. Hannah never ghosted anyone, not on hikes, not ever. She was the planner, the one who always checked in. But her phone rang and rang, eventually. Going straight to voicemail, her car was still in the lot, locked, empty. The desert had swallowed her whole. Scottsdale police responded fast. By 8:30 p.m., a team was combing the trails on foot, flashlights scanning the dry brush and twisted boulders. Drones buzzed overhead. Even a Phoenix PD helicopter circled above like a hungry hawk. But the desert is clever. At night, everything changes. What once seemed familiar becomes a labyrinth of shadows and silence. By 11:30 p.m., they paused the search. It was too dark, too dangerous. They'd start again at dawn. But by then, Hannah would already be gone. Thursday, April 25th, 12:05 p.m. 20 hours since Hannah vanished, a faint shimmer caught the eye of a Maricopa County Sheriff's Air Unit pilot. Something not natural, not desert. Roughly 600 yards off trail in a small gulch surrounded by sun-bleached rock and mesquite trees lay a figure, still, lifeless. Face turned toward the scorching sun. It was Hannah. She wasn't curled up like she fell asleep. She was on her back, one arm twisted underneath her. Her water bottle was nearby, uncapped, untouched. Her phone was found 6 feet away, screen shattered. There were no signs of foul play, no obvious trauma, no footprints around her. It was as if she had fallen, out of the sky. Rumors swirled fast. Heat stroke, snake bite, a panic attack. But friends pushed back. Hannah was experienced. She hiked often. She knew this trail, knew the signs of dehydration, knew the risks. She wasn't careless. Something didn't feel right, and then came the twist. Later that week, a local hiker named Mira Collins came forward. She hadn't heard about Hannah on the news. She was out of town when the story broke, but she had something to report. On Wednesday afternoon, while descending a different trailhead about 2 miles from Gateway, she passed a man, late 30s, wearing black cargo pants, long sleeves despite the heat. He asked her something odd. "You alone out here?" She laughed it off, kept walking. But something about his tone stuck with her. When she saw Hannah's photo on the news, her blood ran cold. Police culled trail camera footage from a utility box near the preserve entrance. There, at 4:32 p.m., 17 minutes before Hannah likely entered the trail, a man matching. Mira's description walked past the camera. He wasn't jogging, he wasn't sightseeing, he was watching. His face was turned directly toward the lens, calm, calculating. But then, something even more disturbing. At 5:19 p.m., the same man walked past the camera again, alone, sweating, carrying a second water bottle, the same kind Hannah had been known to use. Police released the footage, asking the public for help identifying the man. No hits, no matches in any database. No one came forward. It was as if he too had vanished into the desert. But there was more. That night, when officers first arrived at the parking lot to find Hannah's car, one thing had gone unnoticed. Parked 2 rows down was a black SUV, windows tinted. No plates, it was gone by morning. The autopsy came back inconclusive. No injuries, no venom, no fractures, just sudden cardiac arrest. But the tox screen, that's where the story cracked open. Traces of a compound called carfentanil were found in her system, an extremely potent opioid not found in nature. Not something you'd stumble into in the wild. Something someone would have to give you. Something that works fast, silently. The kind of substance used in targeted overdoses. The kind you don't survive. In the months that followed, whispers grew louder. Another woman, hiker, early 30s, went missing in southern Utah. Same story. Experienced fit. Solo hike. Found dead off trail. No signs of trauma. Same compound in her blood. A sketch from a nearby gas station showed a man in black cargo pants. To this day, Hannah Moody's death is officially listed as unexplained. No charges, no arrests. Her family holds candlelight vigils each April at the base of the Gateway trailhead. They say her name to the sky, to the rocks, to the wind, because somewhere out there, in the desert or beyond, walks a man with a chilling habit. He waits where it's quiet, where the sun blinds the cameras, where the desert doesn't scream, only whispers. Same face.